You have an issue with how the Vikings handled their head coaching job?
I don't have an issue with how the Vikings handled their head coaching search. I got an issue with how everybody got handled by the Vikings. Jim Harbaugh got played.
Yes.
First and foremost. Jim Harbaugh, you are a Michigan man through and through. You have Michigan, you take them to their best season in the last 20 years. And the season ranked number 2 or number 3 in college football. Jim Harbaugh, show them the love that you have now built up. They love you so much based on the season. Return that to them. Now you sniffing around for a job you don't even get. So now you look foolish. But so here's who I really take issue with. The Vikings are allegedly hiring Rams offensive coordinator Kevin O'Connell. What kind of madness, Kevin O'Connell? You going to a Super Bowl. You should be eyes all in, locked in on the prize. And I know you and I might differ here.
You already know I'm over here.
I'm so heated if I'm a Rams player. And as a person who lives in L.A. and is supposed to be a Rams fan, I'm sitting here looking like you got one job, one opportunity, one moment. Focus on winning the Super Bowl, and you're out here auditioning and interviewing for other positions. You can get a head coaching job at 35 years of age after the Super Bowl. You can get one next year when you're not necessarily going to win a Super Bowl, and you got a Super Bowl up for grabs, and you looking at other jobs. Imagine for 1 second, y'all, if Odell Beckham came out and was allegedly going to sign with the Green Bay Packers next year. We would be looking like, wait, Odell, you still got a Super Bowl to play in, and you are now allegedly going to go sign on another team, and we're talking about that? Devote all of your attention, all your effort, all your preparation, and all your energy into the here and now. I don't have an issue with the Minnesota Vikings. I got an issue with everybody that got played by the Vikings because Harbaugh got played and the Rams are getting played. Kevin O'Connell getting a job. But the Rams, y'all have one opportunity. Y'all went to the Super Bowl in 2018 and lost and got embarrassed on offense. A Super Bowl record low 3 points. Brian Flores, Patriots defensive coordinator, held the Rams to those 3 points. How in God's name would you now that you're back into the Super Bowl going to let your offensive coordinator be distracted by a personal opportunity which he could go try to achieve later? That's what I really got an issue with.
Man, you squeezed under that umbrella of this conversation about the Vikings. We really were talking about the Rams the whole damn time. You ever have your boy holding an umbrella? But hey, man, scoot over. Let me get some of that. Oh, out here getting wet. Okay, I'm with you in this respect. I'm not mad at the Vikings for what they did. The onus is not on an employer to show all their cards face up during the hiring process. Sorry, I could play coy if I want to. Sorry, I have the power and the leverage in this conversation. But Jim Harbaugh, thought you were a little more savvy than this, homeboy. Bad timing, obviously, as you mentioned, with Michigan, and the commitment that you want these young men to make to you. You're wavering in that commitment to the program, it seemed like, as you're dating. This is like cheating in the same house because they can see it. Like, mama, daddy, get a hotel room or something like right here, right next to the kitchen. Like, it's crazy. Here's my biggest problem. Because I grew up fishing. I used to go to Paris, California out here. I'll take you one day, never. But I used to go fishing growing up. And I was a bad fisherman. Worm on the hook, halfway. Worm dead. He's supposed to still be moving so the fish ain't getting food, right? Oh. And I was a bad fisherman. Throw it in there, and I would catch a fish here and there. But Jim Harbaugh, you got to be smarter than that to take this bait. Like a 9-hour interview, and they didn't even offer you the job, and find out they never were going to offer you the job. Talk about getting played. Talk about, dog, I thought the fish are smarter than that. You go fishing now, that worm got to be moving. It got to be fluorescent. No hook, like all this stuff. And Jim Harbaugh, just took a bite of something that wasn't even there. Crazy. But now I got to get you. Let's talk for real. Don't you come up here and be no analyst. Don't come up here and be no broadcaster. I need your full focus and attention on the game.
I do, big dog. I need it.
First of all, maybe for a player, and even that's not 24/7. You got to get away just so you can go out there and play.
But there's a difference between getting away, going out the house, and going to a club and talking to somebody else.
But what's the
Kevin O'Connell, if you need to get away from the Rams and just go out to eat, go to your favorite restaurant, which ain't even open no more. Remember trying to tell the whole show 2 months ago, this is my favorite restaurant.
Why, Babu?
I Googled it during commercial.
Open up, Babu.
It don't even exist. Go get a break. Yeah. But I don't need you to go start flirting with other teams, Sal. Come on, big dog.
Come on, man. I mean, look, first of all this technology and Zoom, you got your handlers handling that, your agent, whatever it be. You can be a lot of places right now and not even move from where you are. Being real. Two, I don't like that take for a player. I don't like when players come on, I'm first one in, last one out, and all I do is eat, sleep, football. No, you don't, you liar. Let me tell you why. 2 reasons. 1, if you're going to lift weights, remember you in the weight room at UT, casually, you lift weights. You tear down your muscles.
Yes, sir.
Right? And how do they get bigger? Once you rest, they recover stronger.
Okay.
Okay? It's a cycle. So I hate when people always talk about work. I'm grinding out here, big dog. Oh, big dog, ain't enough time in the day. Do you know the richest and the poorest, the most successful and the laziest all have the same amount of time in their bank account, 24 hours per day? I got to cut you on this one. It's called focus. And you gave them that old school focus, like I was an old fisherman. Old school focus was put one dot on the wall and stare at it. Football, Super Bowl. New school focus is put 1,000,000 dots on the wall and know which ones to prioritize. Know which ones to give attention to. No matter who you are, you still got a wife. No matter who you are this week, you still got significant others. No matter who you are, you still got kids. No matter who you are, Andrew Whitworth, you think he's about to say, all right, y'all, don't talk to me for 2 weeks. No, you still are going to have a balance. So all I'm saying is, Mr. O'Connell, I respect your balance, and I respect that if I were on your team, I'd be excited for my offensive coordinator. Let's go out for him and go out there and ball while we know he's going to trampoline to bigger and better things.
You know this quote, and I think to some degree you abide by this quote. Be where your feet are.
Damn it. Yeah.
Be where your feet are. You're supposed to be in the Super Bowl, Kevin O'Connell, offensive coordinator. Be where your feet are. Only reason you are on the way up isn't even because of you. Because Sean McVay.
Oh, don't do that.
He was in the Super Bowl with a great offense before you showed up. Matthew Stafford showed up and been balling. So, Kevin O'Connell, you riding the coattails of Sean McVay to another head coaching opportunity. Meanwhile, y'all are in a Super Bowl and have a Super Bowl opportunity. To me, Sel, it's not only disrespectful, it undermines the work that this team has put in. I feel you. You can't just exclusively be focused on football. I can't exclusively be focused on this show. You can't exclusively be focused on this show. You have other responsibilities. But it's one thing if you focused on football and you focused on golf. I mean, those are two competing interests now, Sales. If Kevin O'Connell is focused on a Rams job and focused on a Vikings job, two competing interests. I don't got an issue with the Vikings. Vikings selfishly acting in the best interest of the Vikings. But y'all can't be out here getting played by the Vikings because right now the Rams are out here getting played because Kevin O'Connell's like, win or lose this Super Bowl, oh, I'm going to move on up like the Jeffersons. But the Rams win or lose this Super Bowl. They stuck with that loss. Kevin O'Connell going to be in Minnesota the next day.
Who are the Rams playing?
Cincinnati Bengals, sir.
Who's the head coach?
Zach Taylor, sir.
Sean McVay, Zach Taylor. Anybody? Oh, used to work for Sean McVay. Worked out for Zach Taylor, didn't it? Why it can't work out for Mr. O'Connell? Why you hating on that man? And don't hate the player, don't hate the coach. Hate the game. This is how you do it. Postseason, hey, interview process, just because of the timing. Hey, this organization, we got to continue to roll forward. We got to continue to fill slots, whether it's through the roster or through our head coach. We need a visionary. We need a leader. It's okay. He's not the first coach to do this. And trust me, I don't think it undermines his efforts one bit in terms of what his focus is for this game. Would you admit that at least? You know he's going to be all in for the Super Bowl, right? What did he rob the Rams of? Do you think he didn't watch film because, wow, they're talking about hiring me over in Minnesota?
I just think, Sel, if you are in this position, you got to do everything you can do to make sure you get exactly what you want to get. I think I've told you the story. If not, it's story time. My senior year in high school, I was going for the discus record for the state discus record. Your boy threw shot put, not through discus.
Little fat boy back then. Huh?
No, I was still slim, but your boy, it's all about levers and discus. Okay. It's all about levers and torque. Right. I threw my first throw, I threw 177 feet. That would have been good for like 6th in the state of Texas. That's fine. Nice. But now I've already won the meet. I'm going for the record.
Okay.
The record for the conference I was in was 182 feet. My next throw, 180 feet. Next throw, 170 feet, 170 feet. My last throw, 185 feet. But I scratch. The attendant, I forget what they're called now, she looks at me, she's like, baby, like, you know, if you wouldn't have scratched, you would have broke the record. For the next 5 or 6 years, I haven't picked up a discus since. Why? Because I couldn't fall asleep that night. Up watching Netflix, up watching movies, up doing something stupid. And I only thought to myself, maybe it was that little bit of rest that caused me to scratch and not break the record. I say that to say, Kevin O'Connell, when you interview for the Vikings head coaching position, you got to tell him what you're going to do with Kirk Cousins. What's your plan for Kirk Cousins? What's your plan for Dalvin Cook? What's your plan defensively for Anthony Barr? What's your plan for Eric Kendricks? What's your plan for an aging Harrison Smith? What's your plan? You had to spend time devising a plan for the Vikings. But what about the plan you got to devise to defeat the Bengals? Whatever it is, if the Rams end up losing or having another poor offensive performance, I'm going to be looking sideways at Kevin O'Connell, because while you could have been prepping for the Bengals, you was prepping for a Vikings job.
Woo! I want to retort to that, but that was a great story right there. But preparation can get to a point where it's also counterproductive, right? Like you have some paralysis by analysis because you're just sitting there staring. Sean McVay talked about that in his first Super Bowl. Said he actually overprepared. We'll see this Super Bowl.